tonight in 12 Investigates, a troubling cybersecurity trend the FBI is calling malicious, and you may not even know you've been attacked.
Fort Hatchett details how simply ordering food from a restaurant could give attackers access to your bank account and what you can do to protect yourself.
Your phone taps the terminal. Payment approved. Simple, right? Wrong. In 2024, over $3 billion vanished through contactless payment scams, and most victims had no idea their cards were compromised. Today, we're exposing 12 tap-to-pay scams spreading across America right now, and what to watch for before your balance hits zero. Scam number 12, the ghost tap. Coming in at number 12, the ghost tap scam. Your card's in your pocket. You're standing in line at the grocery store. Then a notification pops up. $47.89 charged. You glance at your phone. You didn't tap anything. Your wallet never left your jacket. But somehow, your contactless card just processed a payment. What you don't see is the person behind you holding a portable NFC reader hidden inside a backpack. Could be sitting next to you on the subway. According to security researchers at the University of Surrey, these portable skimmers can read contactless cards through clothing and wallets from up to 8 inches away. Scammers carry them in crowded spaces, subway stations, elevators, shopping malls, anywhere people stand close together. And here's what nobody tells you. Each tap can steal up to $200 depending on your card's contactless limit. Some victims report 5 or 6 ghost transactions in a single day. The scammer rides the morning commute and collects hundreds. By the time you check your statement, your account shows dozens of charges from stores you've never visited. That's why this matters. Keep your contactless cards in RFID blocking sleeves or wallets. They're cheap, effective, and stop these phantom charges before they happen. But that's just the beginning, because the next scam doesn't need to get close at all. Scam number 11, the QR code trap. At number 11, the QR code trap. You're at a restaurant. The check arrives with a QR code. Scan to pay. Easy and contactless. You open your camera, scan the code, and a payment page loads. Clean design, professional looking. You enter your card details, except the QR code isn't from the restaurant. It's a sticker someone placed over the real one, usually identical in design, perfectly aligned. What you're actually doing is sending money directly to a scammer's account while thinking you paid for your meal. The restaurant never gets paid. You get charged twice when you realize the error. The FBI issued a warning in early 2024 stating that QR code payment fraud jumped by 340% in just 1 year. Scammers target restaurants, parking meters, and street vendors. Anywhere quick payments happen. They print fake stickers during business hours and replace them multiple times per day. Here's the part most people miss. These fake QR codes often lead to look-alike websites that harvest your full card details, CVV, and billing address. One scan can expose everything. Then those credentials get sold on the dark web within hours. Your card gets used across multiple countries before you finish your coffee. Before scanning any QR code, check for stickers or misalignments. Run your finger over it. If it looks tampered with or sits raised above the surface, ask for a different payment method. Your few seconds of caution can save hundreds of dollars. And if you think that's clever, the next scam happens while you're actually making a legitimate payment. Scam number 10, the double tap drain. Sliding in at number 10, the double tap drain. You tap your card, the terminal beeps, then the cashier says, "Try again." It didn't work. The screen shows an error, so you tap a second time. Now it works. What just happened? You were charged twice. The first transaction went through perfectly, but the terminal was rigged to display a fake error message. The cashier, who's in on the scam, knows exactly what to say. They've done this dozens of times today. Some pocket the difference. Others split it with the terminal's owner. Consumer protection reports from 2023 documented over $18 million lost to double-tap scams at gas stations and small retail shops. Victims often don't notice until reviewing statements days later. By then, challenging the charges becomes complicated. The merchant shows 2 transaction receipts. Your card approved both. And here's the real problem. Banks often refuse to refund these charges because technically you authorized both transactions. The burden of proof falls entirely on you. Without video evidence or witnesses, your dispute gets denied. Always wait for the terminal screen to fully reset before tapping again. If a cashier rushes you or claims the payment failed without showing the screen, demand a receipt for the first transaction. Check your bank app immediately. That's one way they double your bill, but the next scam triples it without you noticing a thing. Scam number 9. The amount switcher. At number 9, here's one that feels completely invisible. The amount switcher. You're buying coffee. The barista says it's $5.47. You tap your card. The terminal shows $5.47 for half a second. Approved. You leave. Except the terminal actually charged you $54.70. The decimal point was shifted. The screen briefly showed the real amount, then switched back. The receipt shows the lower amount. Your brain registers everything as normal, but your bank account tells a different story. Cybersecurity analysts confirm that modified POS terminals with this exploit are spreading through small businesses. Malware alters the transaction amount after you tap but before the charge processes. The software intercepts the data stream. It multiplies your purchase by 10. Sometimes 20. The terminal display shows one thing, your actual charge shows another. Here's what makes this devastating. If you don't catch it immediately, disputing the charge becomes nearly impossible. Merchants claim you authorized the amount, the payment processor shows you tapped your card, the bank sees a completed transaction. Nobody believes the machine lied. Always check your phone's bank app notification immediately after tapping. If the amount doesn't match, challenge it on the spot before you leave. Show the cashier your phone, demand they reverse the transaction right then. It sounds unbelievable until you see how the next scam makes your card work against you. Want to stay ahead of new scams before they drain your account? Subscribe now so you don't miss the next warning, because what's coming next could cost you everything. Scam number 8, the relay attack. Coming in at number 8, the relay attack. You're in a coffee shop working. Your card is in your bag. You haven't moved in 20 minutes. Someone nearby pulls out their phone. Suddenly, a notification lights up. Transaction approved. $127 at a store 3 blocks away. This isn't magic. It's a relay attack. One device near you captures your card's NFC signal through your bag. A second device at a real payment terminal replays that signal instantly. Your card authorizes a purchase you never made at a location you've never been. The whole process takes less than 2 seconds. Security researchers demonstrated this at DEF CON 2023, showing how 2 criminals with smartphones can steal from contactless cards in real time. The attack works on credit cards, debit cards, and mobile wallets. They used off-the-shelf components costing less than $300. And here's the nightmare. The transaction looks completely legitimate to your bank. The merchant got a valid authorization. You have no proof you didn't make the purchase. The scammer walks out with merchandise. You're stuck with the bill. Security cameras show someone tapping at the register. Your bank sees a completed transaction. Use RFID blocking technology and enable transaction alerts on your phone. Real-time notifications are the only way to catch relay attacks as they happen. The moment you see an unauthorized charge, freeze your card through your banking app. But that scam needs 2 people working together. The next one only needs 10 seconds alone with your phone. Scam number 7, the wallet hijack. At number 7, this one targets mobile payment users directly. The wallet hijack. Someone asked to borrow your phone for a quick call. Emergency, they say. Dead battery. You hand it over trying to help. In 30 seconds, they've opened your mobile wallet and added their own card to your Apple Pay or Google Pay. They memorized your screen swipes earlier. Your phone is now linked to their account. Every time you think you're tapping your card, you're funding their purchases. They hand your phone back with a grateful smile. According to fraud prevention specialists, this scam exploded in 2024, especially at airports and transit stations where people are more likely to help strangers. Victims often don't discover the hijack until reviewing their mobile wallet weeks later. By then, hundreds of transactions have processed, all charged to your cards, all authorized by your phone. What most people never realize, even after removing the fraudulent card, the scammer may have already linked your wallet to recurring subscriptions or stored payment profiles. They've set up monthly charges that will drain your account for months. Some victims don't catch every hidden subscription for over a year. Never hand your unlocked phone to a stranger. If someone needs help, offer to make the call yourself or suggest they use a public phone or ask store staff. Your kindness shouldn't cost you thousands. And if that feels invasive, the next scam doesn't even need your phone, just your digital payment app. Have you ever noticed a strange charge after using Tap to Pay? Drop your story in the comments below. Scam number 6, the fake payment app. Sliding in at number 6, the fake payment app. You download what looks like your bank's official payment app. Same logo, same colors, same interface. The reviews are positive. It's ranked high in the App Store. You link your card and start tapping to pay at stores. Except it's not your bank's app. It's a near-perfect clone designed to harvest every transaction you make. Every tap sends your card number, CVV, transaction history, and PIN directly to scammers. The app actually processes real payments by routing through stolen merchant accounts. You get receipts. Everything feels normal. The Federal Trade Commission reported that fake financial apps caused over $500 million in losses in 2024 alone. These apps rank high because scammers pay for fake reviews and boosted placement. They buy hundreds of 5-star ratings. They use SEO tricks to appear above legitimate apps. App stores struggle to remove them fast enough. Here's the trap. These apps actually work. They process payments. You get receipts, until weeks later when fraudulent charges appear on cards you've never used. Cards stored as backup methods. Cards you forgot you even added. Suddenly those are maxed out too. Only download payment apps directly from your bank's official website. Never from App Store searches. Go to your bank's site in your browser. Find their official app link. Verify the developer name matches exactly. Check that permissions match what banking apps need. That scam preys on convenience, but the next one exploits trust in a way that feels completely legal. Scam number 5, the terminal swap. At number 5, this one's brazen, the terminal swap. You walk into a busy convenience store during lunch rush. The payment terminal looks normal. You tap your card, transaction approved. You leave. What you didn't know, that terminal was swapped 2 hours ago. Scammers replaced the store's real device with an identical one that clones every card tapped against it. The store owner doesn't know. Same model number, same color, but the internal hardware captures every card swipe and tap. The Secret Service documented dozens of terminal swap operations in major cities throughout 2024. These fraudsters target small businesses with older security systems. They wear utility uniforms or fake tech support badges. They swap devices during off-peak hours. They collect card data for days, then swap the original back before anyone notices. And here's what law enforcement won't tell you. Even if you report it immediately, recovering stolen funds is almost impossible. By the time the scam is discovered, your card data has been sold on the dark web to hundreds of buyers. Your account is drained before the investigation begins. Look for tamper-evident seals on payment terminals. Check if the device looks scratched, newer than the rest of the store's equipment, or loosely attached. If anything feels wrong, pay with cash or leave. That scam requires planning and physical access, but the next one happens in seconds while you're distracted. Scam number 4, the screen spoof. Coming in at number 4, the screen spoof. You're at the gas pump, you tap your card, the screen shows processing, then approve. You pump your gas and drive away. Normal morning, but the screen lied. It showed a fake authorization while the real terminal processed a completely different amount or nothing at all. The pump's software was hacked to display false information while skimming your card data. The screen showed you approved for $45, your card was charged $450, or the transaction failed, but the skimmer captured your credentials anyway. Cybersecurity firms uncovered screen spoof malware on over 2,000 gas station terminals in 2024. The software intercepts the transaction display and captures your full payment credentials. It records your card number, expiration, CVV, and ZIP code, everything needed to clone your card. The malware transmits data wirelessly to scammers parked nearby. What makes this terrifying? You can't tell anything went wrong until fraudulent charges appear days later. The receipt looks normal, your bank shows the correct gas purchase, but behind the scenes, your card is already being used for thousands in unauthorized charges. By the time you notice the scammers have moved on, always go inside to pay at gas stations when possible. If you must pay at the pump, use credit over debit. Credit cards have stronger fraud protection. Check for tamper seals on the pump's card reader. If broken or missing, choose a different pump. It's disturbing how easily screens can lie, but the next scam doesn't bother with screens at all. Do you think contactless payments are safer than chip and PIN? Or are we trading convenience for security? Let us know what you think. Scam number 3, the juice jack payment. Sliding in at number 3, this one merges 2 scams into something worse, the juice jack payment. You're at an airport charging gate, your phone's at 8%. You see a free charging station with a built-in payment terminal for snacks or Wi-Fi. Perfect solution, right? The charging port installs malware on your phone the moment you plug in. Automatic. No clicking required, no permissions asked. The payment terminal skims your card when you tap. One action compromises 2 devices. Now scammers have access to your mobile wallet, stored passwords, banking apps, and card data. Security experts at Black Hat 2024 demonstrated how juice jacking evolved to target payment terminals. The infected USB ports can clone mobile payment credentials and bypass biometric security in under 90 seconds. They extract fingerprint data. They record your face. They capture your PIN. The malware copies your entire digital wallet. Every card, every password, every saved form. Here's what the media doesn't cover. Once your phone is compromised, scammers can authorize tap-to-pay transactions remotely. Your phone becomes their payment tool. They make purchases while your phone sits in your pocket. The transactions show your device ID, your location, your biometric authorization. Some victims lose their entire savings in hours. Bring your own charging cable and wall adapter. Never use public USB ports anywhere. Airports, hotels, rental cars, coffee shops. Never tap to pay at terminals integrated with charging stations. If you must charge in public, use a USB data blocker that allows power but blocks data transfer. That scam preys on desperation and convenience, but the next one targets your most trusted payment method. Scam number 2, the account takeover tap. At number 2, here's one that hits hardest. The account takeover tap. You get an email from your bank. Suspicious activity detected. Urgent action required. Click here to verify. The email looks perfect. Same logo, same formatting, official sender address. You click, enter your login, answer security questions, and think you're protecting your account. You just gave scammers everything. Within minutes, they've changed your password, updated your email, and added their device to your mobile wallet. Now their phone can tap to pay using your cards, and every transaction looks legitimate. The FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center reported that account takeover fraud targeting mobile wallets surged to over $1.2 billion in 2024. These phishing attacks are so convincing that even bank employees have fallen victim. The emails pass spam filters. The fake websites look identical. The scammers even spoof the bank's phone number when they call. And here's the worst part. Banks often refuse to refund these charges. They argue transactions were authorized through your mobile wallet with proper authentication. The scammer used your credentials, your phone number for two-factor, your security answers. From the bank's perspective, it was you. Proving fraud becomes almost impossible. Never click links in emails claiming to be from your bank. Ever. Type the bank's URL directly or call the number on your card. Enable two-factor authentication using an authenticator app, not SMS. Phone numbers can be hijacked. Set up account alerts for every login attempt and settings change. That scam destroys lives and drains entire savings, but the number one scam makes all the others look simple. Scam number 1, the Ghost Terminal Network. At number 1, the scam that's quietly draining billions, the Ghost Terminal Network. You tap your card at a legitimate store, national chain, security cameras everywhere, transaction goes through, receipt looks normal, you leave with your purchase. But that payment terminal is connected to a hidden network of compromised devices across multiple states. Your single tap didn't just authorize one transaction, it triggered dozens. Your card information was instantly sold to a network of ghost terminals. Fake POS devices that are all processing fraudulent charges simultaneously. Some are in warehouses, some in abandoned storefronts, some in back rooms of legitimate businesses whose owners have no idea. Interpol shut down a ghost terminal network in late 2024 that processed over $240 million in fraudulent tap-to-pay transactions. These networks operate like digital money laundering. Small charges spread across hundreds of locations make detection nearly impossible. $12.47 at a gas station in Texas. $8.99 in Ohio, $23.15 in Florida, all within minutes, all appearing legitimate because they're small, varied purchases. Here's what makes this the most dangerous scam. You can't prevent it. You can't see it. The terminal looks real because it is real. The store is legitimate. But behind the scenes, your card is being used by an invisible network that spans continents. The ghost terminals communicate through encrypted channels. They coordinate attacks to stay below fraud detection thresholds. Some networks have thousands of terminals. The only defense? Check your account daily. Set up real-time transaction alerts for every purchase, not just large ones. The moment you see an unauthorized charge, freeze your card immediately through your bank's app. Don't wait to confirm. Freeze first, investigate later. Minutes matter when ghost networks activate. One confirmed fraudulent charge means dozens more are already processing. That's not just a scam, it's a coordinated attack on the entire financial system, and it's spreading faster than law enforcement can stop it. After watching this, will you think twice before tapping your card? Tell us which scam shocked you most. These scams are costing Americans billions, and they're only getting more sophisticated. In our next video, we expose how ATM skimmers are now invisible to the naked eye and what to look for before you insert your card. Don't miss it. Subscribe now and protect yourself before it's too late.